And I'm your host, Cody Vanciolo.
Cody, we have some few things to talk about today. Um, Today we have a few talking points I want to bring up. First, we're gonna take a look at the uh, Iowa State men's basketball page, and we're gonna take a look at the numbers that were assigned for the upcoming season. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna share my screen, and then we're gonna take a look at that.
Yeah.
1 second.
So even before we get to that, I think I saw that. Yep. Well, here it is. Yep. So you go ahead and full screen the photo for those watching the
Oh,
stream.
sure. Yes. We're gonna full screen the photo. And here we are.
Yeah. So we'll list. So the following players are going to return with the same number. Nate Heisey will continue wearing the number 0. Taman Lipsey will continue wearing the number 3. Cade Kelderman will continue wearing the number 13. And Mila Momcilovic will continue to wear the number 22. The change out of the roster members who are returning to the roster will be Joshua Jefferson, who shifts over from the number 2 to the number 5. The number 5 last being worn by Curtis Jones.
Yeah. Interesting number change by him. And
Yeah,
then we have.
I believe I did see in the comments section. I did see that I think Jefferson's mother had mentioned that Joshua Jefferson wore number 5 for a while before he wore the number 2. So I
Yeah,
don't know
I'm trying to
if
see.
it doesn't load here, then I maybe it's not on this page, but I did see her comment that Joshua Jefferson who wore number 5 for a long time, probably like in his younger days. So it's probably a number that he's used to wearing. So this probably isn't too bad of a change. But I did see somebody make a tweet saying, "So is Joshua Jefferson going to turn into Curtis Jones wearing the number 5?"
I mean, I mean, dude, if he turns into Joshua Jefferson, or not Joshua, if he turns
Or
into
Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones, dude, I would lose my mind if he just starts draining threes, especially with his inside game.
Yeah.
That'd be insane.
Mm-hmm. And at a size, it there's very few people who can even match up. Like, it's gonna be like Milan Momcilovic, like being a mismatch to about 90% of the guys who all play the 3. So you would have a mismatch there. And I think with the way Josh Jefferson can facilitate the basketball as well,
Yeah.
that would be dangerous.
I don't
So
even know how you would
so
even
that's
defend that.
the yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was saying I don't even know how you would even defend that. Like that would be crazy.
It would have to be. You would have to hope that we don't have a good shooting night. That's the key. You gotta hope that they don't shoot it well.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that is all 5 of the returners. So now let's go take a look at the new guys coming into the squad. So we have Jamarian Bateman. Is going to be wearing the number 1. Mason Williams, who we know is going to be out for the year, he would have worn the number 2. Eric Mulder will be wearing number 4. I don't remember the first name. Rise. I'm trying to remember his first name, but the walk-in that we picked up will be
Oh
wearing number
yeah.
7. Uh, and then Dominic Nelson out of Utah Valley will be wearing number 11. Dominikas Plata will be wearing number 21. Blake Buchanan will be wearing the number 23. Killian Torre will be wearing number 27. And Xavion Mitchell will be wearing number 55. And now we see here, Coach Tim Tibble or whatever says here, is Torre the first Cyclone to wear the number 27? And I believe, click on the comment. I think the reply has that, but I believe this is the first time that the number 27 for Iowa State is being worn. Okay, so that's wrong. But based on what I've seen, this is the first time an Iowa State Cyclone has worn the number 27.
Yeah. So according to Grok, yeah, he said it seems like
Yeah,
that it is. So
yeah.
thank you,
And then
Grok.
also, yeah, and then also the number 7. I have not seen that number being worn quite
Yeah,
like
numbers.
ever
Yeah,
because I
I don't like even in the Hoiberger. I don't remember anybody really wearing number 7. So
yeah. So this is gonna be like it's very nice to see. And then take a look here, just like, and then what I noticed here, it looks like they're using the throwback jerseys that we wore the past year. That's what it looks like. That's one
I
detail I noticed. Some of my friends had noticed.
I think Cody. I think these might be like the permanent ones, and they're probably gonna come out with the red one. The probably
Yeah.
the yellow ones, the ones with the script cyclones on it, and
Mm-hmm.
then probably another like an all red. Probably, I'm thinking.
Mm. Yeah, because I think the Nike deal is going to be expire like that we signed in 2018 will be expiring, so they're going to definitely have a new like we're going to have a new deal or something.
Ah, that makes sense.
Let me see here. Yeah, I don't remember exactly where I found it. I wonder if I could find it because I think I saw the tweet. I would have to look out for it, but yeah, it's really cool. Like I'm so ready for like the new road red jerseys. I'm hoping those things like can look even better than. I mean, these ones right now aren't even too bad. Like I won't say the ones we have right now aren't
Not at
too
all.
shabby, but if you were to design the red jerseys for Iowa State, the new ones,
Yeah.
what would be some of the things that you would want?
Um. So I would have a similar design to these jerseys. Obviously, I
Mm-hmm.
would have the lettering and gold. Have the Cardinal jerseys with gold lettering. Um, and maybe with like a red outline, having like
Uh huh.
saying either it says Iowa State or Cyclones on the front, and then having
Yeah.
the yellow lettering with red outline. That's how I do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm trying to see if there are anything in our history that I don't know. I haven't seen like I'm trying to find like some of the old archives. Well, there is the one image. Let's see. No, that's not it. But I mean, we're probably gonna find There's it's probably out there somewhere that there's like an older red jersey. I gotta remember like where it'd be, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's somewhere out there.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
What about the like? Do you think we could do something similar to the style of when was it Deontay Burton that era?
Here, share. I'll stop sharing my screen and then send an example.
Yeah. Let's see. So I think it. I don't know. We would want to go something like back to this.
Yeah, it probably be like
Oh,
close to
never mind.
something like that.
Yeah. I mean, there are some red like if there was like a school that you would want our red jerseys to be inspired by it, like in basketball, what would it be? Or if you could do like something like NBA wise.
I probably say like with iconic red jerseys, it'd probably have to be something like close to like what the Bulls wear. So
Mm-hmm.
like, you know how they have like the black lettering with the Chicago
Yeah.
on the front on their our red away jerseys.
Oh.
So if they have like something
Yep.
similar to like the Bulls, then I'd be okay with something like that.
That'd be pretty cool. And I wonder if that could have been something possible, could be possible considering. I mean, there is like, well, it's a very like slim connection, but I mean, there was that time when Hoiberg was at in the Bulls, and then obviously with TJ being there right now, I wonder if somebody down the line in the Chicago organization still has that connection. But if not, it's not the end of the world. I'm really curious to see what they would go with, and if maybe they can dig up something from the archives as well.
Yeah, they probably will dig up something from the archives rather than looking to the NBA for that. But we're gonna talk about um, this this tweet right here. Ross Dellinger reported this about 11 hours ago, earlier this morning. We're gonna look at this. Apparently, there has been a new PayPal deal with the Big 12, and basically this is what the tweet says. It says the Big 12 and Big 10 are announcing independently today a partnership with PayPal to serve as each league's official system for revenue share payments to athletes. The Big 12 deal is significant, nearly valued at 100 million over 5 years, basically a little over $1 million per school annually. Starts to say.
Huh. Interesting. I think I did see there was a listing. I think there might have been a listing somewhere on like Twitter somewhere, but I did see that. So I mean, this should be able to really help the Big 12 continue to stay afloat and gain some more revenue. Obviously, as we go into the world of the business and with the way college sports is like changing, I think this could be a step in the right path for the Big 12 to continue being one of the Power Four conferences in college football.
It will certainly help, especially with this with the ruling starting in approximately 6 days for the schools to start paying athletes. That starts. We're now 6 days away from that coming into
Uh,
effect, man.
5 days actually.
Oh, five, yeah. But
So yeah.
man,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean that July 1st date is going to have a lot of impact. And I mean, we're seeing we're seeing Iowa State prepare for that July 1st date as well. As I mean, earlier today it was announced that Iowa State Athletics has announced a couple of things to shift the new NIL, like kind of like, and looks like the athletic department will be taking on NIL in a different manner here. So what I'm showing on screen here is the Iowa State Athletics page. So this is the new NIL development for Cyclone Sports Properties. So a couple familiar faces here for myself, of course. Obviously, we have Mary Kate Walling, very familiar face of mine from the same area. She's covered the Cyclones. She's done media for them the past few years. Retired undergrad and graduate time at Iowa State. Does great coverage. The Walling name is a little familiar to Iowa State fans. Her brother Roy Walling was on special teams and is a special teams coach for the Iowa State Cyclones. And then you have Jake Lovell, who will be the NIL partnerships and operations coordinator. I forgot to mention Mary Kay Walling will do content, will be the content producer for this NIL branch. And then on the left there, you have the man himself, the money man, the bag man, Brent Bloom, will become the director of NIL development starting July 1st, if I'm not mistaken.
this is great, man. We're going into a specifically new era into Iowa State athletics. I'm glad that Bloom is the guy to lead this. I'm pretty sure this goes more in this article goes more in depth.
Mm-hmm. So the big highlight here, in this newly created role, Bloom will help oversee the university's evolving NIL strategy, working closely with student athletes, coaches, and donors, as well as the Iowa State Foundation and corporate partners to build innovative and sustainable support. He currently serves as the executive director of the We Will Collective, where he has helped raise over $12 million in support Iowa State athletes, backed by contributions from more than 10,000 individual donors and area businesses. Jake Lovell has been a member of Cyclone Sports Properties for the past couple of years, so he knows a thing or two about being in this NIL business. And Learfield, I think we've seen, this is kind of, if you've listened to Cyclone Sports Radio, listen to John Walters, they are under Learfield, so very familiar name in college athletics when it comes to radio broadcasts.
Definitely. So I'm really, really excited. This is happy really for Brent. And I know for Mary Kay, that's more close, near and dear to your heart, since Roy Walling and her were both graduates of East High on the east side of the
Yeah. Yep. Very local. And I mean, it's great for just to keep the local, you have people just from the area. So it's really huge.
Oh, that's great, man. I'm really excited to see how this goes. Also, I believe it was said that the money from the monies earned from the We Will Collective will be transferred into this one.
Mm-hmm. And then I did I did see that. And then there was a lot of people wondering what's so Brent Bloom has been asked about what the plan is for NIL, what does it mean for We Will. So Brent Bloom did say this on his Twitter. He said the collective will remain until the end of the calendar year to process all gifts. More announcements are coming next month about how you can now directly contribute to We Will through the athletic department. But in short, no change. Those funds can continue to help. So it looks like the collective is still going to be around for the foreseeable future. and it looks like all the things that Weevil has done, like the Abe's Lager and all the other like NAL like food and drinks that you've seen, it looks like they're gonna still be here for the time being.
So it just looks like it's probably just now going to be intertwined through the athletic department now.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So we thank you for that update, Cody. Lastly, today. Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna take a quick break in the show to tell you guys, man, like for the people that listen to the Believe in Iowa State podcast, however you consume this, whether it be through video, through podcast, which is probably how most people do it because sometimes people can't watch the live stream. Um, but if you watch it through Apple Podcasts or Spotify or Podbean or iHeartRadio, please like and subscribe to the podcast. It will definitely help us in the algorithm. So please like and subscribe. All right, we are now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Okay,
All right.
so we're going to talk about George Niang being traded to the Celtics. Cody, would you inform us a little bit more on that, please?
Yeah, so George Niang announced earlier this week has been traded to the Boston Celtics. So he will be joining Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. He'll be joining a roster that is pretty stacked. Like I think they're really stacked, and I think this is in response to the Kristaps Porzingis trade that happened earlier, where Kristaps Porzingis is going to be sent to Atlanta. So he'll be sent to the Hawks. I'm going to try to find the full details here. So let's see here.
Yeah,
So
you may have to look into Shams surroundings page.
yeah. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah. So the Boston Celtics traded Kristaps Porzingis in a 3-team deal with the Atlanta Hawks and the Brooklyn Nets. So the Boston Celtics agreed to send Kristaps Porzingis and a second-round pick to the Atlanta Hawks, and the Brooklyn Nets will get Terrence Mann and the Hawks' number 22 overall pick in the NBA draft, which happened yesterday. And meanwhile, the Boston Celtics will get George Niang and a second-round pick. Yeah, so I do have the tweet here. Hopefully it loads, but let's see. Yep, right here. Yep. So this broke. Yep. So a 3-person trade. All that. And I mean, we saw like with the way like the trade. You see that I guess this can lead us like kind of so I guess before we talk about the NBA draft, what are your thoughts about George Niang going to the Boston Celtics?
I mean, now he's playing closer to where he grew up. I believe he grew up in, I think, New Hampshire. I believe.
Yeah. Let me see
So
here.
he'll be closer to where he is. He'll be a great depth piece. Unfortunately, as we know that Jason Tatum is going to be out for the rest for this entire season with an Achilles injury. So, I mean, he's going to be a great depth piece. So, it's going to be interesting to see how he gels with the Celtics roster.
Yeah. Well, let's say I think I've scrolled on Twitter like the last like the few hours or so, and it looks like he's gotten a clear warm reception to Boston. To take a look here, I just want to take a look at some of these reactions. Oh boy, bro, the Celtics fans are in shambles already. Oh my goodness. Day one to try to get this back. This is
yo,
bro. That's great, bro. Wait, these like look at this, and then you see here just search at George Niang. Hey, these casuals don't know how good the winningest player in the 2020s George Niang is. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. That's something that's not even talked about. Why is he still on my basketball team?
Now these are going to be the same people that are going to be like, "Oh, I love George Niang."
Right, oh, here, NBA memes. Dude, this is hilarious. Dude, Boston Celtics fans are hilarious. This is great.
I love this. This is elite. This is elite. crash out
Yeah.
behavior right here.
Yep. Oh, the Devin Booker! Yes, the Devin Booker meme! Yes! Bro. Wait, this Boston Celtics account. I know we don't usually talk about it, but this is hilarious. I mean, yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, but that's hilarious. This is hilarious. Just the reaction to some Celtics fans, like, yeah. Meanwhile, you got the Iowa State fans who are like, he's going to Boston. He's on a big market team, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even though I can't stand the Celtics, but good. I'm glad for George. I'm good. I'm happy for George.
Fan of Boston, we don't want Niang. George Niang isn't welcome to Boston. Oh, that's right, because he did play in Philly for a while. Right.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, and also Cleveland has had some run-ins with Boston as well, so.
Well,
So,
now that
you
makes
can
a lot
see-
of sense now. Just adding up.
The other part of it is they're probably like trying to rage or something. I don't know. They're probably just coping. It's like they're like of all people, they got fucking George Niang. They're like, who the fuck is this?
Right, exactly.
Did they not see? Did they not see a time where Niang just like went off for Atlanta?
Right.
But man, what a crazy world we live in where Halliburton was on the Pacers and just led them to the finals. And now you have George Niang, who's going to be on the Boston Celtics. So he's going to be on a contender as a good depth piece. And who knows, if you ever need a night of him just going off from three, you can get it from him.
Yeah, exactly. All right. To end the show, we are going to take a look at. Oh, go ahead. What's up?
Oh, yeah. So still on the NBA thing, before we get to that. So I believe this is day 2 of the NBA draft.
Yes, it's night 2. Hopefully, I'm hoping that that Cujo or Keyshawn gets drafted. I'm really, really hoping for that. Tonight.
Yeah. I think I did see that there are people who can see Keish or Curtis Jones being drafted. I know Curtis Jones wowed some eyes and he's gotten some notoriety. So I'm really curious to see if you were like, where do you think Curtis Jones would fall in the NBA draft? Like, who do you think he would go to?
It'd probably be somewhat a team that really needs a shooter. So I'm looking at some teams in the Western Conference. It'd be a good fit in Minnesota, obviously.
Ooh.
So yeah, I say the Timberwolves. Trying to think who else. I can see him fitting well in Denver.
Okay.
Trying to think who else. Those are the two that are off my head, out of the top of my head. What would you say an ideal fit for him would be?
I really think of it like I'm torn as like, because like I'm trying to like figure out like would be like you mentioned Minnesota would be great because it's not the fact not only getting a great shooter but also Curtis Jones is from, I believe he's from outside the Twin Cities area, so he wouldn't be too far from home if that was the case to go if he was in Minnesota.
Right.
And I mean that would be a pretty nice compliment to Anthony Edwards and Dante DiVincenzo.
Definitely.
And Rudy Gobert, and that Minnesota Timberwolves squad, who I think Minnesota does need like that extra, like that one missing piece. And I think Curtis Jones could be that piece potentially. Because we saw like what he did like in his senior year. Because I think the way he was able to just run up the scoreboard when he needed to, but he can also make like great plays for the team. So I'm really just.
I mean, like you literally saw in that BYU game where he scored 22 points in that 5-minute stretch in that game. That was probably one of those like electric like stretches of basketball that I have ever watched. That's insane to me.
Yeah, and then obviously the stretch with Kansas at home, so you have that stretch as well. So he's done it before. So, but. I really can't wait to see. We do hope to hear Curtis Jones or Keyshawn Gilbert's name get called. But who knows? Even if that's not the case, those two could potentially get undrafted free agent type of deals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking on the topic, where Yeah, where do you think Keyshawn? What would be a great fit for Keyshawn?
Oh, that's a very,
Type of
very good
yeah,
question.
type of guy who really like gets down into the paint and like fights through like gets like looks to draw contact.
Hmm. I'm trying to think for a type of team that needs that type of attacking guard. Um,
Yeah.
hmm. Probably, I probably will say like a. I say maybe like a Milwaukee or like a Cleveland. I could see. So
Yeah.
like really any team on the Eastern Conference, uh,
Mhm.
I'd say he'd be a good fit for.
Mhm. Okay. So round like so day 2 of the NBA draft will take place in about 35 minutes here. So after this, I'm gonna try to tune into the NBA draft because day 1 we knew like us Iowa State fans we knew like Cujo and Keyshawn were not touching that. And hey, the Mavericks didn't do the funny thing. Like I saw a buddy tweet, it'd be so funny if Nico Harrison and the Mavericks did not draft Cooper Flag, and then when they drafted him, he was like, "Damn it!"
I would
I
laugh
would have been, I would have died of laughter. I would have seen that. I would just been dead of laughter if they actually did the meme,
to get the number one pick
not draft
and
Cooper
then
Flag.
not draft Cooper Flag. Yeah. Um. Do I guess by proxy you're a Pacers fan. So like, did you like who they drafted?
I don't think I'll take. I mean, let me take a look. Let me look at the player profile here. Uh, what? Hold on. Wait, they even did they even draft anybody? Because I'm hold on.
Or maybe they
I'm
didn't.
take. I wonder if they didn't have their first rounder. I'm not seeing their first rounder.
Gotcha. But
Yes.
uh, so the Bulls got this guy named Noah Essengui from France. I looked at some of his
Mm-hmm.
tape. It looks like he is a very athletic guy who can hit go to the can really attack the rim well and can is a really good on the defensive guy. Looks like he could be a nice two-way player. We'll see because obviously with the Bulls the last year, I mean they hit on Matas Buzelis from last year's draft, so we'll see what happens. I just know that with this that they don't I'm not really confident in the Bulls' abilities to. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But to end the show, we are going to take a look at our sponsor, MyBookie.
Yep. So once again, my bookie has been a great sponsor for us, and they've been like great for us, and I mean, it really helped kind of like get more familiar with the world of sports betting, and it's the number one place for me to go because sports betting. I mean, continue to take a look. I mean, there's a bunch of other sports, and if you aren't, and even if you aren't into sports book betting, you can also have a casino if you're more into casino games. So, taking a look at some of these baseball money lines here. The wait, oh, we have the spread plus plus minus 6.5 runs scored. I really do not see that game doing that. Like, and wait, or is that the spread? Wait, that's the spread. That's crazy.
Yeah, the spread is
The,
6.5 runs.
in favor of the Marlins,
Yeah,
I did not have that on my bingo card. Well, and then
I did
I
not
just saw
either.
right below it the Braves and the Mets. Go back to the
Yeah,
Braves and Mets. Let me see that. Let me see the spread.
okay. The spread is plus one is minus 1.5 for the Mets.
Hmm. And we have Grant. Okay. The New York Mets. Always a fun team
Good
to ruin their
old Mets.
New York Mets. Yep. I mean, we've taken two of 3 from the Mets, so I feel great. Didn't have a great showing yesterday, but I mean, hey, we've taken 2 of 3 so far. We hope to take 3 of 4 and really help ourselves in the wild card race. So at that
Yeah,
point, all I
man.
want to see is like see if maybe the Braves can sneak into the wild card race because yeah, we're 6.5 games behind that. So if we want to make a move there, we better start winning.
Yeah, y'all need to get it going, man. Um, let's see. Let's take a look at there's like right now. Obviously, there's not really much. Let's look at MMA and see and look at some of the UFC odds
Oh
for main
yeah,
events.
yeah. Let me see. Let
Oh,
me see when. Oh.
sorry. We sorry about that. I don't know
Well, yeah.
what
Speaking
happened
of
there.
UFC, yeah. Oh yeah, UFC 317 will be taking place tomorrow. I hope you can pull up the odds
Uh,
there because I'm really curious to see like who
yeah.
my bookie
Let me
has.
pull that up again. My bad. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there.
Ugh.
Okay, here we go. I don't know if it's showing on my end, but I'm gonna share my screen again. All right, and we're gonna go down
Awesome.
and go to UFC.
Yep.
Okay,
Let's see here. So UFC 317. I mean, I had to take a look, but see if we can find the main card. Go to the Oliveira Topuria fight. Should be down towards the end. Huh. I just. Oh, I'm seeing odds there, and it's just a bunch of boxing. So, wait. Oh, hey, this WNBA. Ooh, the Lynx being favored by 4.5.
yep, over under 167 too. That's pretty
Yeah,
high.
even with the Lynx not having they still dealing with the Fiza Collier day to day injury. Really curious to see.
Yeah, I don't know why it's just showing boxing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
Huh.
not showing the
Huh. They aren't
main.
showing a main
Yeah,
fight. Huh.
weird.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. There we go.
All right, yeah. And then lastly, just we're gonna to show you what uh, my bookie is offering. They right now they have the MLB season 50% match up to $1,000 plus $10 casino chip, minimum of a deposit, a $50 deposit. That there is a FIFA Club World Cup $25,000 bracket contest, $15 entry. You can get buy two get one free. Also boosted parlays, more pictures and more profits. You see right here for 3 legs 2%, for 5 legs 6%, and for 8 legs 12%. So get in on these deals at my bookie now. So with that, everyone, thank you for joining in on the Believe in Iowa State podcast. Thank you guys. Thank you all you sickos for listening. Few things before we go. Uh, we are a top 15 sports podcast now in the state of Iowa, nominated by FeedSpot. So thank you, FeedSpot, for nominating us. Um, we also have Cody can be found uh, at Matt Campbell impersonator. So Cody, what are you talking about?
I'm definitely like right now, so I'm pretty much still talking about like some of the news, obviously with Iowa State, getting prepared for that. And I just recently saw a tweet about Jeremiah Fears is going to the Pelicans wearing the number 0 jersey, and all he put was the gif of Penta.
Zero, no fears.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and then you can
So
find me on Twitter at SciTi Guy. Yeah. I'm just chilling right now, dude. Yeah.
Training camp.
Training camp, waiting for that. Trying to see if they make any moves post June 1st cuts. We'll see. Nothing right now in the sports world. Probably gonna pay more attention to pro wrestling like you are. And then
Yeah.
lastly,
United Champions, man.
Night Champions is coming up, right?
Mm-hmm. That's coming up, dude. Oh, dude. I wonder, like, I don't know if they would have it, but if my bookie were to do like odds on John Cena, CM Punk, who do you think would be the favorite?
It's probably gonna be Cena.
Yeah, I wouldn't be super. Mm-hmm. But man, what like I wonder to see like there's a couple finishes that I could think of right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they have John Cena as a minus 3,000 favorite over CM Punk.
So what are Punk's odds? Because I'd like to probably
Plus 900.
Oh, I'd take those Punk odds. Those are pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. So it says they're having Cody Rhodes as the minus 350 favorite over Randy Orton to win the King of the Ring. Jade Cargill is a minus 1,000 favorite over Asuka at plus 450. So yeah, I think these also haven't updated yet, but we'll see. But yeah, go ahead and we can finish up the show.
But,
oh yeah.
Yeah, make sure to follow us on social media on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So for Tyler Carter.
And for Cody Vancillo.
This is the Believe in Iowa State podcast. Roll Clones, baby.
Go Cyclones.